Alcatel OneTouch has been a little quiet this year on smartphone releases. However, when a new model is announced, it becomes an interesting device to explore. My name is Warren from KLGadgetGuy, and you are watching the review of the Alcatel OneTouch Flash Plus. To call the Flash Plus an entry-level device is an understatement. Given its retail price tag of 549 ringgit, the phone feels solid on hand with its polycarbonate material. The screen bezels are reasonably slim, so one-handed operation is actually possible if you have big hands. Despite not being a super slim device, Alcatel doesn't allow removable back covers, so you're going to deal with those cheap flimsy flaps that takes your micro SIM and micro SD. It isn't the best implementation, but it's better than having to keep a SIM ejector handy. The phone comes with some great hardware under the hood. A MediaTek MT6752 octa-core SoC, 2GB of RAM, 16GB of internal memory with expandable storage, 5.5-inch HD display, a 30MP main and 8MP front camera, and a 3500mAh battery. As a mid-range device, I'm actually quite impressed with the phone's software experience. The phone runs Lewa OS, a typical Chinese launcher inspired by iOS with no app drawers and full of gesture gimmicks, while based on Android 4.4 KitKat. The software experience is reliable with no incidental crashes or compatibility issues, which is quite a common case with MediaTek-powered smartphones. In fact, the phone is such a joy to use that I almost dismiss the fact it is a mid-range smartphone. Probably the most surprising feature of the phone would be the phone's audio quality. There's no groundbreaking sound technology, but once you put your headphones on it, it sounds even better than most of its competition, with great clarity and detail. The phone's camera is one of the most mentioned features in the launch, and as I put it to the test, Alcatel isn't wrong about promoting the phone's camera. Of course, it's no flagship quality, but pictures turn out to be just fine for a decent viewing pleasure. Colors aren't too saturated, and white balance can be a little inaccurate at times. Overall, it's still a very decent shooter as a mid-range device. The camera software, on the other hand, is a really good one. Its autofocus feature allows you to change the lighting exposure point, and there's a complete set of camera modes to play with. The front-facing camera takes one of the best selfies that I've ever seen on a mid-range smartphone. The Flash Plus affordable price pits itself against some Snapdragon 410 powered devices in the market, and its MediaTek processor scored much better scores than its Snapdragon competition. And in terms of graphics performance, I also managed to get 50 frames per second in Epic Citadel, and most of the games I've played has resulted in good playable frame rates. Battery life is also another impressive feature that I like a lot. The 3500mAh battery delivers a stellar one-day battery life when 2 SIM cards are used. The Flash Plus excels in cell reception with decent LTE speeds. Our callers have also reported a great voice from our end. Alcatel's new mid-range smartphone is an impressive device. Not only did the company manage to pack powerful mid-range hardware under the hood, it has also managed to keep the price tag below the 600 ringgit mark, making it a really competitive device to consider if you are ever looking for a great working smartphone. The phone retails at 549 ringgit as mentioned earlier, and it gets a score of 8.1 out of 10.